Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Lily, who had just lost her mother to cancer. Lily was devastated, and felt like her world had fallen apart. She couldn't imagine how she would ever be able to move forward without her mom. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, but Lily still felt lost and alone. She found it hard to focus on anything else, and started to withdraw from her friends and family. One day, her grandmother came to visit, and found Lily sitting alone in her room, staring at a wall. "Come with me, Lily," her grandmother said, taking her hand.
"I want to show you something."
They walked out of the house and down a winding path that led to a beautiful garden. The sun was shining, and the flowers were in full bloom. Lily felt a small glimmer of hope inside her chest as she took in the beauty around her. "Look at these flowers," her grandmother said. "Each one is unique, and yet they all have something in common. They are all strong and resilient. No matter what life throws at them, they keep growing and thriving." Lily looked at the flowers, and felt a sense of awe. She had never really paid attention to the beauty of nature before. Her grandmother continued, "You see, Lily, just like these flowers, you too have the strength and resilience to overcome any challenge that comes your way. Your mother would want you to keep growing and thriving, even in her absence." Lily felt tears streaming down her face, but for the first time in a long time, they were tears of hope instead of despair. She hugged her grandmother tightly and whispered, "Thank you." From that day on, Lily made a conscious effort to focus on the good things in her life. She started to spend more time outside, taking in the beauty of nature. She started to talk to her friends and family about how she was feeling, and they listened with open hearts. She started to see a therapist, who helped her work through her grief and find ways to honor her mother's memory. It wasn't easy, and there were still days when Lily felt like she was taking one step forward and two steps back. But she kept reminding herself of the lesson her grandmother had taught her in the garden. She was strong and resilient, just like the flowers. One day, while walking through the garden, Lily saw a butterfly struggling to break free from its cocoon. She watched as it flapped its wings and tried to break through the delicate membrane that held it back. It seemed like the butterfly would never be able to escape. Lily remembered the lesson her grandmother had taught her about strength and resilience. She knew that the butterfly was building up the strength it needed to fly. So she waited patiently, watching as the butterfly continued to struggle. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the butterfly broke free from its cocoon and took flight. It was a beautiful sight to behold, and Lily felt a sense of wonder and joy in her heart. In that moment, she realized that her journey through grief was like that of the butterfly. She was building up the strength she needed to fly again. And just like the butterfly, she would eventually break free from her cocoon and take flight once more. From that day on, Lily held on to the lessons of strength and resilience that she had learned from her grandmother and the butterfly. She knew that there would be ups and downs, but she also knew that she had the power to overcome anything. She was a survivor, just like the flowers and the butterfly. And she was determined to keep growing and thriving, no matter what life threw at her.